Hi, I'm Mike, and this is Our Wyoming Life. The old saying is that ranchers hire ranch hands to do the crap they don't want to do. Like clean the chicken house, clean the pigsty, mow, weed whack, and it's true. We usually hire a high school kid in the spring and then work him or her throughout the summer and the early fall. It's nice to have somebody out here to do the grunt work, but the best thing about it is getting to know these kids and maybe have a little impact on their lives. While they work here, they're with us from 3 to 5 days per week, and over time, you begin to trust them to make good decisions, and you start to trust that they know what they're doing and don't need to be micromanaged. This year, our hired hand is Mitch. He started in February, and today is his last day. Soon, he will be in Army basic training, and after that, who knows where. To thank him for a lot of hard work and a lot of laughs, we decided to give him some of the recognition that he deserves. When Mitch first came to the ranch, he was no stranger to work, and that's one of the first requirements of working here.
Well, I've lived in Wyoming all my life, done ranch hand stuff, not as a ranch hand, but you know, my parents had a place, my dad's friends have had places, I went and helped them. I'm a country kid, so pretty simple.
But nothing is simple, as Mitch soon found out.
It's probably not the reaction you wanted, but there's a dead cat right there.
Whether it was pounding T-posts or moving cows, he had to have the ability to learn, and to learn to do some jobs you may hate, just because they need done.
Cleaning the chicken house, it's just hot and dusty and gross. It can be 30 degrees outside and it's hotter than hell in there. It's just horrible.
It's definitely not all fun and games, as most of our ranch hands have figured out. On average, our ranch hands age between 14 and 18 years old, and most work here for a few years. Mitch has only worked here for about 7 months, making him our oldest and one of our short-timers. But that doesn't seem to change the effect that the ranch has on people.
I've worked here for 7 months. You wouldn't expect to have a connection within 7 months of working somewhere, but I was here when the calves were born. I calved, I fed them, I bought the bottle calves. I was a major part of feeding them and working with them. So there's a large connection. You want to be able to see where they all go and how they're doing, because you have that connection here.
And sometimes that connection doesn't come easy, like when you have to rescue a calf stuck in the mud.
Saving that calf right down here, it's just part of the job. It makes you feel good. It's money that goes to everybody here at the ranch. It makes you feel better that they didn't lose another calf because you got out there and you got in the mud and saved it.
Most of the kids that have worked here have an expectation about what they're going to do, but a few, like Mitch, are surprised by the duties of the ranch.
Working on the ranch, I expected the normal, the working with cows, cleaning pigs, all that. I didn't expect working in the garden, weeding, and picking vegetables. It wasn't something that I thought I was going to enjoy, but it turned out not being all that bad.
Just as people find new skills out here that they never knew they had, everybody has their favorite moments while working here. Some are simpler than others.
Favorite part of the last 7 months? Probably have to be branding. There was some good food. I'm a food kid.
Mitch will be leaving Wyoming in a few weeks for Missouri for basic training. Having gone through basic training myself, I have told him my stories. But for each person, leaving what you know is a unique experience.
I'm kind of nervous about it. You know, I'm 19 years old. This is everything I've known for the last 19 years. It's just, you know, kind of nerve-wracking.
And for your family, it can be a completely different experience.
My dad doesn't say a whole lot about it. I'm sure that he's nervous just as my mom is. My mom's kind of a wreck. She's always crying.
And as hard as it can be, you'd hope that their time on the ranch has given them a chance to think about their future.
I may end up doing the 20 years and retiring out of the Army. I may end up doing 4, coming back to Wyoming for a little bit, getting some college education, and then going on to work in, you know, most likely diesel field, diesel mechanic. And, you know, it's just, I'm gonna go with the flow. If I like the Army, I may end up, you know, doing 8 years, 20 years, doesn't matter. It just go with the flow.
At the end of the day, we say goodbye, shake hands, and send Mitch off, hoping that something he learns here sticks with him, and not just on his boots. Because no matter what the future holds, it's nice to know that Mitch has a good head on his shoulders and the skills to see him on a good start to a great life.
I wanted to work on the ranch because it was an obvious All right, guys, be quiet. I'm trying to do
As we see Mitch off into the next stage of his life, we thank him for sharing part of his life with us here. Yeah, he was an employee. But just like how the ranch grows on you and you become connected to the land, you become connected to the people on it also. Over the last 7 months, I've spent hundreds of hours with Mitch. Most of it good, some of it bad, but in the end, it all served a purpose. I'd like to think that working here does change people's lives. It teaches them to solve problems and how to confront your fears, whether it's a charging cow or a bull or a broken lawnmower. No one leaves the ranch without learning something. With Mitch gone, we won't hire help until the spring, and until then, I'm back on my own. It's not so bad, but it does take a little bit of getting used to. Some projects I would put off until I knew Mitch would be around to give me a hand, and now, that's not much of an option. With or without help, certain things need to be done. Thank you, Mitch, for all your help. And even though it hasn't even begun yet, we wish you all the luck in the Army, and we thank you for your service. One piece of advice I'll repeat is to watch that smart mouth and keep it closed. That's it for this week. I know that you wish Mitch the best as well, and I thank you for it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. We have a lot more in store, and I don't want you to miss 1 minute of it. Like and comment, and if you'd like to leave Mitch a comment, I'll make sure he gets it as well. Again, thanks for everything, Mitch, and thank you for cleaning the chicken house. Until next time, have a great week, and thanks for joining us in Our Wyoming Life.